Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is well. I saw that Elizabeth and Gaz had finished up early. Well, I guess not early. They started at 3, but they were finished by the time I got home. So I thought I would jump on and say hi. Hey, Pam. Hey, Glow. This is the card we made yesterday after I glued down the Sleigh Runner. And I really like how this came out with all the sparkly bits. It's not really, I don't know. The background is sort of shimmer, and the sleigh is sort of a matte gold. So it isn't mirror, but it's pretty close. And then we had an extra present, so we put it on the inside. So I don't know. This might go off to the craft fair, which I'm doing. Well, starting tomorrow. Like tomorrow is my organize things and pack up. Hopefully things are good for you guys as well. It is still very winter here, but we do have our chocolate advent. I know that Pam is a fan of chocolate, so we will look for day 5. And they always make this confusing. Well, not really, but oh, 5. The one with the little reindeer. And let's see what we get. And if anyone has suggestions for which of our cute, it's a little present. If anyone has suggestions for which of our parameter cards we want to pick, feel free to throw them in chat while we figure out what our chocolate is. It's exactly like day 1. It's white chocolate with some strawberry bits in it. Hey Annie, how are you? You probably were. Everyone can find it except the person looking. So, hearing no suggestions, I will pick one. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any. Oh man, my virtual blue thingy is being interesting. So, let's say, how about this one? I don't think we've done one of these before because it's got little sweaters and stuff on it. And are they ornaments? They almost could be ornaments. Anyway, let's see what we get. And we get upside down. Color a holiday icon. Interesting. So it seems like we'll be coloring something. I guess Santa would be a holiday icon. I guess anything Christmas, iconically Christmas, would be good. Oh, thanks, Annie. I'm looking forward to my birthday. So let's see. I want some kind of stamp, I think. So let me see what I have over here. Santa would work, but he's already basically colored, so he is probably not the holiday icon. But they're really cute, so I mean, I guess we could do Santa and then color Santa. I think though I must have a stamp set here with coordinating dies that would be more holiday-y. We have, that is not, we have our dude, which isn't really a holiday icon. That is not a holiday icon. I realize I don't have that many holiday stamps. So let's see. We have not a holiday icon, but we have a knight, which isn't very much a holiday icon. Those are flowers. I guess if they were poinsettias or poinsettias. Also not a holiday. We have, those are not holidays. They're not icons. Ooh, we have, I think this is fitting. I've been wanting to use this stamp set forever, and it has cats causing problems with the Christmas trees. So I think that would be fitting. And I think the Christmas tree definitely counts as a holiday icon. So we have the little cat hanging out in the Christmas tree. But I do need to stamp it. So let me grab some paper. I was hoping we could get something where we could use this stamp set eventually, because it's one that I really like, but haven't actually ever used. I don't know. Is that like a me problem where you buy stuff and then never use it? Probably. Although we also have these things. These are some fun little tags. So we do have. We wanted to go in a different direction. We have a little snowman we can color, who is probably a holiday icon. Anyway, this one would be nice too with the tree. Hmm. That makes me think. I do kind of like this red truck with the tree background too. But let's do the cat stamp, because I think a Christmas tree is pretty much iconic for Christmas. That should be fine. I don't think I'll need a ton of paper. I still have a bunch of sentiment, so strips, so that will be good. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I just found my magnetic mat, and I was like, I wonder why that's there. And I was like, oh, now I remember. Now I remember. I was doing something else. There we go. Get our thingies in. Taping a fifth on that. Oh, that's a good idea. I love die cut snowflakes. They're always so pretty. They're one of my favorite things, actually. Plus, they're like super useful because you can use them for winter or Christmas. There we go. I can't believe I put a parameter on that forced me to color something, though. That seems like an odd choice. And we'll grab a little memento, and hopefully this will mostly behave. New stamps are always a little tricky, though. But this looks like it inked up pretty well. I could use a second count, but pretty good nonetheless. How's everybody's week going? I am off tomorrow to prep for my charity sale with my mom. So that is, I don't know. As per every year, I didn't get nearly as many projects done as I wanted to, but it's fine. I did make some like decorated projects, so I'm really kind of curious to see how they will work out in terms of selling. Because I typically have done all cards all the time. Oh, this have you been naughty or nice sentiment we might have to use. We'll see. I've got one over to the side that says "Marry Everything" that might be good as well. And if you are more of a dog person, this stamp set has some great dogs also causing all sorts of problems. There's a cat causing more problems with the lights, but I really like the cat in the tree. He always looks quite cheerful. I think it'll be fun. Like even if I don't sell much, I'll still have a lot of fun. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So I guess we need a star color and a green and probably some kind of brown. Some kind of brown would be a good place to start. See how this E33 looks. It looks dried out. Alrighty, let's try a different brown. I know that I have a bunch. Let's try. I'm thinking like a light-ish brown. Yeah, this should work pretty well. And I colored over the lines a little bit here. I don't really worry about that a ton with stuff like this, just because we're gonna die cut it anyway. Let's put the shadow on like this side of the tree, whatever that is. The left, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna, oops, not use the wrong end of the marker, but come in and just blend this out a little bit. There we go. And then figure out, I think I want like a really yellow star. Although gold would be cool if I had a star specific die. But I don't know. As I think I told you guys earlier, it's like I don't actually spend that much like time with my parents because we all have our different things and work is always a thing. That's cute. I think I want like, I'll have to find that green I was using. Oh, it might be over here. There's some nice light greens, and I feel like a more subtle green would be nice. I suppose red would be. I guess the question is, what color do we want to use for our background? It was. It'd be fun, maybe to. Well, I guess I don't want something green because it's already green. Could put it on like a red background, or I really want to use. Really enjoy using this paper, but why not blue ornaments? Maybe because I know we have some blue snowflake paper that would be kind of fun. I think for this. Well, how about blue? How about like a light blue? How do I feel about that? I don't really want it to compete. Ooh, I like that. I kind of like this sort of very light blue. We'll see how it works with the actual green once we get that going. There we go. I think that'll be kind of fun, especially if I do a lighter green. What do I have for a lighter green? I have a yellow green, but I don't quite want a yellow green. I think I was using this one before. What does this look like? Yeah, I like that. I do like this green, so we'll see. Hopefully it won't like overpower the ornaments too much. And I'm mostly just coloring this flat. Although I did do a little shading. I do like the random tail coming out. I think Lennox is going to be joining us. Speaking of random tail, so we might have to make this a gray cat. Just cause, you know. Yeah, I hear you. He just sort of sneezed at me, and tis the season of dry air for sure. I don't know. I kind of like how that's coming together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I like red and green for Christmas stuff too, but I don't know. I think this will be fun. You could also just like color this flat and then come in with like metallic colored pencils or something too for the ornaments. That would be kind of fun as well. I say that after I have already, gotten them colored something else, but I think they would be kind of fun. Whoops. Oh dear. Sorry, you're in my light. Now you're really in my light. Can you scooch and not be in my light, please? That would be absolutely helpful. Thank you. There we go. Crafting around our cats again. Well, we'll just move over here. Crafting around our cats while we're coloring something of a cat in a tree where the cat should not be. It seems fitting. Yeah, I do kind of like these together. I may come over this with a darker blue because I did kind of color over some of the ornament edges a little bit. But that's fine. I'm also not super worried about the cat because I feel like I'm going to the cat on my card. I mean, uh, this one is fine too. Hello. I'm just gonna hit the same edge that I hit with the trunk just to give it a little more shading just by pulling in another coat. And it's hard to see with you there. Let me see if I can encourage him to perhaps relocate for. Now we have a tail in front of us. Scooch. Thank you. There we go. Let's resituate ourselves. So I think I'm going to come over these ornaments with a slightly darker blue since I kind of muck them up a little bit. How about a blue like this? Like more of a tealy blue. There we go. A tealy blue, I think, would be nice. Ooh, I like that. And I think I have some, actually, I think I have some paper that would match this really nicely. There are a couple little spots I missed that I will come back in and do in a second. There we go. That's better. And, oops, wrong end. Just hit a couple areas that I had missed initially when the cat was helping us. I think that's most of our background together. Again, there we go. I like that. Let me see if I am missing. No, this is just I had made a parameter advent calendar, so I just pulled it, but I don't know. Is a Christmas icon it could be a craft roulette parameter. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Let me just grab little, again. You'd think I'd remember which end of the markers was the chisel tip. And let's go for like a neutral gray, perhaps. Again, I want to be. We'll see how this looks. Oh, I think this will be fine. There we go. Yeah, that'll look pretty good once he's blended out. We still have some green here. Let's do his little tail. There we go. And just come back in with our green. Although I don't know, that would be pretty neat. Like if they actually did like a craft roulette holiday. I don't know if they've ever done. Well, no, because Mary had teased last week that they were going to do all Christmas parameters in December, I think. So I'm interested to see this week how that goes down. Because I'm all about Christmas crafting in December. Oh, that's kind of fun. I like that. He looks so cute colored. So I think we just need to cut him out and I guess I should disconnect the dies. I was kind of like, I don't know if I need to because, but I will. There we go. I do like the dies better when they come disconnected though, but I took Pam's advice and got a file so I don't maim myself with them as much as I used to. And it was like $4 from Walmart. It's just like a standard metal file, but it's really helped me not nailing myself. Anyway, so I think all we have to do is line this up and find some tape and fix my microphone that the cat moved because cats. But I think we can use one of our tags with this too. I have a bunch of extra tags, but I think that would be cute on something like this. And let me die to cut this out, and then we can figure out what we want to do with the actual card base. Hello. It's the kitty. Other Mr. Kitty. But the original idea of the advent calendar was really more to get me to use stuff that I own that I don't use very often, which came about sort of after my, ooh, that looks cute. There we go. After I did my big D-stash, I was kind of like, I should just use more of the stuff I have rather than waiting to decide to de-stash it because I don't use it as much. But I cut these little tags that go with the snowman. I think that would be cute to do. We could either use the snowman or potentially we could do something else with this. We could probably just use a couple of these tags. I forget what's. Oh, there's little coffee on the back, so that might be cool to do. Like, whoa, like we could just sort of do this. Those are upside down, but we could find one that's not upside down, like the one that just fell on the floor. Yeah, here we go. This one is right side up. We could use that, or maybe use that as decoration on the inside or something. Anyway, let me put the dies away. And I will probably mount these on a magnet sheet later because I find that so much easier to find. Or like the some of this other stuff has a tendency to get lost. And we have half of a card base. This would probably, let's see. I thought some of these might be fun because that would sort of, if we use something like this, I think it would really make the tree pop. Yeah, I like that. Like that. I like this one with the brown. And then maybe mount it on a green card base. And like find one of our little sentiments. And how cute would that be? And then we could do the taggy thing on the inside, because we will definitely want to put a white panel on the inside. Hey, Danny, how are you? Oh, what are you up to, Danny? And Flo is here. Hey, how are you as well? It was fun. I'll have to back up. Oh yeah, but you have such an I don't know. You have some very cool stamps. I very much think you have a well curated stamp collection. Um, maybe not as well curated as you would like it to be, but let's put our things away while we're working and grab our other things. And did I score that? No, we'll have to score that. So I will just cut a. Let's cut this a little big. Let's do like 4 1/8 by 5 and whatever that turns into, 3/8, I guess. 5 1/4 plus a little bit. Because I don't think I need a lot of green on this particular card because the tree's already green. Just grab my scoreboard because it's right here, and we can put this together too. This will just be 5 1/2. Of course, you could always just use a white card base and then not have to do this like inside part that we'll have to do in a second. There we go. But I like having a. I mean, I kind of like the look of a white inside. Yeah, this is like a little too long. I feel like I should cut this to 4 because I think that will my horizontal space seems not quite as nice as my vertical space. Anyway, let's try that again. Ooh, I like that better. Okay, that looks pretty. That looks pretty fun. And I guess I'll use wet glue because I ran out of ATG tape. But I don't know. Like I like using my things in a way that doesn't feel restrictive. Because yeah, did I buy new Christmas stuff this year? It was funny. I actually put there was a Black Friday sale at Graphic 45, and there was paper on sale, and I sent it to my mom, and I was kind of like, well, if you need birthday ideas, and she's like, don't you have enough paper? It was like, yeah, probably, but I mean, it doesn't go bad. Here we go. Just squeegee out the glue to make sure that is done. And while that dries, we can look for some white. That's not white. Here we go. And just cut this just 4 by 5 1/4. And that was actually a card base, but it's I forget whose cardstock this is, but it's also a little bit too thin for a card base. So now it'll be a panel. Just do that. Yeah, well, the long story is, so I own shoot, what is it called? It's not Wormus Wishes. I own the Poinsettia Graphic 45 paper, and I own the Let It Snow, which I actually like because it's very wintry. Like it's sort of sort of like it's like cardinal red and sort of navy. So it's also very, I don't know. To my mind, it feels more winter than Christmas, which can be nice, especially if you're. I always like it for friends that I don't know, like what sort of Christmas, if any, they celebrate, and it's sort of like it's a good option. And we'll have our little coffees. Our little Christmas coffee. If I can line up the holes. There we go. That'll be just a nice little. Well, let's put it here because then it'll be sort of off to the side, and you'll still have a lot of room to write. There we go. The inside is together. You can see. I feel like popping this up would be good, and then have the sentiment be more like flat. I do like the Holly Jolly Christmas because let's see if there's anything that would be a little more cat centric. Walking in a winter wonderland. That seems kind of reasonable, I think. Sorry, Pam. I left Flo's comment up for forever. Let me catch up on what you guys are chatting about. Oh, mine is actually pretty well organized after the reorganization, so I'm pretty happy with it. But I mean, obviously, I have a lot, and I forget. I think it was Mary Gunn of Craft Roulette speaking as we were talking about before, where the kitty is walking in winter wonderland of your Christmas tree, right? Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So there's you can do math. Well, I'll say if you buy 12 by 12 paper, you can do the math for 6 by 6 as well. But so a standard 6 by 6 piece of paper pattern paper will likely make you 2 to 3 cards. So if you assume that your pad has, let's say, 48 sheets in it, but I'll use 50 because the math is easier. So let's say you get 5 cards out of 2 sheets of paper, right? So it's 5 times 25, which is 125 per one 6 by 6 pad. I mean, that would be a big 6 by 6 pad, but so it's, when you think about that, you're kind of like, oh, I'll be using my various papers for a very long time. Then if you have a lot of paper, you can actually figure out how much of an inch that is. And then you can actually do math based on, how many inches of paper you have and at what point you might exhaust that paper supply. Spoiler, that point may or may not be when most of us are still around. So, I think someone had estimated in their paper stash they had enough to make 5,000 cards. Whoops. Good thing I kept the glue. Times 2. Your tail is very something today, Mr. Lennox. But I don't know. Interestingly, when I destashed, I didn't get rid of much paper. It was more like all the other things. And I think we can. This is just the edge. Oh, I already used a little bit of the edge. So let me cut this down slightly. There we go. So I do want a little support behind the star. Hopefully you're not hearing all the, there's a lot of, there we go. And I just sort of massage this so that it's not visible. But it seems like somebody outside is testing how fast their car will go. Which is kind of weird because it's still super cold. I mean, it's very winter today. Oops. And I think we'll just pop that here. I feel like we need a little bling around the Christmas tree. Let us look in our bling area. Something blue would be nice. Which I think I had some enamel dots somewhere that were blue. Although these gold ones, let's do the gold ones. I think the gold ones would work well because of the brown in the background here. So let's use just some of the littler ones and just boop them at various places. Just to sort of like highlight the tree as much as anything. Then maybe one down here, kind of. And I wanna, you can move these around with your fingernails, at least for a while. Eventually, I think they'll get more stuck down, but I'm just gonna pull them in a little bit. There we go. I kind of like how that looks. So I think this is what our finished colored Christmas icon will look like. Oh, hey, T, I didn't see you come in. Welcome. We were coloring cats behaving badly and assuming that the Christmas tree counted as a Christmas icon. Although there's one little area that's bugging me. So I'll just come back in. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. I am off tomorrow, so I may go live more around noontime, just because in the evening I'm going to be loading up and getting craft fair stuff over to my mom's. Well, not to my mom's, but to my parents' house, and then we're gonna set up, and I think we're having pizza afterwards. But the we're not moving the super heavy table this year, so that'll be a blessing because the super heavy table is beautiful to stage on, but is also made out of 2x4 and probably weighs about 60 pounds, so it's kind of a pain to mess around with. But anyway, good to see you guys. If you have comments, suggestions, etc., feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow, sort of midday. Hopefully I'll be prepped and ready to go by then for the craft sale, and then I'll be all ahead of the game, but you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't work out. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a great one, and I need to catch up on a number of people's content because like everybody is doing all sorts of fun Christmas stuff now, and it's always fun to watch. So I just love all the inspiration everyone's putting up. So anyway, goodbye from me and goodbye from Lennox, and have a great rest of your evening.